Mr. Frank Warren, founder of Post Secret.
This is going to be fun. How about a hand for Shine? Happy birthday, Shine! Well, my name is Frank, and I collect secrets. In over 14 years, over 1 million people have written their deepest confessions on postcards and mailed them to my home. I brought some extraordinary ones to share with you here tonight, but first, has anyone been to the Post Secret website before? Well, I think we all have secrets, and I like to imagine each of us keeping our secrets in a metaphorical box just like this. And every day I think we make a decision about what to do with our box, whether to bury it down deep inside us like a coffin and let our secrets haunt us, or to bring our box out into the light, open it, and share our secrets like gifts. These are some of the postcards I'm putting on the website tonight, actually, so you'll see them tomorrow for the Sunday Secrets. This one was mailed to me on a piece of cardboard. It says, "I finally realized that I don't need this to be pure," and I think it's a purity ring taped to the postcard mailed to me. Sometimes people actually mail me objects with secrets on them. It's called naked mail. I've had people mail me secrets on naked Polaroid pictures, dollar bills, potatoes, bras, flip-flops. This one, if you can see it, almost every postcard I get has a photograph, a drawing, a collage, some image that makes the power of the secret even more emotional. This one has it looks like a skull tattoo. It says, "From doing drugs most of my adult life, I feel more myself when I'm high than when I'm sober, and that scares me." This one has a hand-drawn couple of a man and a woman in bed. I received it last week. This one says, "He ignores me so much I can masturbate in the bed right next to him and he never knows." She has a big smile on her face as he snores. This one is pretty meaningful for me. Our family put our pet down a couple of months ago, and I was in the room because of this secret a stranger trusted me with on a postcard. It says, "I work at a vet clinic. When euthanizing a pet, we give you the option of staying in the room with them or leaving. Always stay. They look for you once you're gone." And this last one here, this one says, "BFF" on the face of the card, and there are flowers next to the secret that reads, "When my husband cheated on me, my best friend told me if I was meeting all his needs, he wouldn't be cheating on me. After my divorce, I had sex with her husband." I asked that all you guys got postcards on your seats when you came in. If you got a postcard, can you hold it up? Can I make sure everybody got one? Awesome. In the back? Perfect. Well, as we're talking about secrets and sharing secrets, I'd like to invite each one of you to hang on to that postcard all evening and imagine a secret from your own life you could write on this blank side. Maybe a childhood humiliation or a funny experience that happened to you this week. And if you shared your secret on this card, what would you do with it? Would you tear it in half? Would you tell it to the person sitting next to you right now? Or would you mail it to a stranger? In 2004, I had a crazy idea. I printed up 3,000 of these postcards with some simple instructions inviting strangers to write down a secret anonymously, decorate the card, and mail it to my home. I would go to the streets of Washington, D.C. at night and solicit secrets from strangers. It felt as weird as it sounds. I was a small business person at the time, living in the suburbs with my wife and daughter. I didn't tell my neighbors or friends what I was doing. I told my wife, and she didn't understand it, but she supported me. I called up and told my mom I was asking strangers to tell me their secrets, and she called the idea diabolical. And I said, Mom, as I was looking at Google, you mean of the devil, Satan's work? It turns out, yes, that's exactly what she meant. But it didn't take long before this crazy idea stopped feeling so crazy. Secrets slowly began to find their way to my mailbox. It was a slow trickle at first, but one or two would arrive every day. And as they came, I would scan them and put them on the web and share them out with the world. That first Sunday, I had maybe 100 visitors to the website. The Sunday after that, 1,000. The Sunday after that, 100,000. The idea of Post Secret began spreading virally across the country and around the world. I started receiving postcards with postmarks, not just from Washington, D.C., but from Alaska, Texas, California, Australia, Switzerland, Hong Kong. It was then that I realized I had accidentally tapped into something that had been there the whole time, something full of mystery and wonder that I'll never fully be able to understand. And it was about that same time, too, that my wife said, Frank, couldn't you have used a P.O. box instead of our home address all over the web, on the books? I said, Jan, don't worry, this won't last long. My original goal was to receive 365 postcards, and this is my postcard collection today. That's my wife, Jan, struggling to stack a brick of 200 postcards on a pyramid of well over 1 million. These were on exhibit at the Smithsonian 2 months ago. Now they're at the Museum of Man in San Diego, a brand new exhibit if you ever get down there. About 3 months into the project, something happened that changed everything for me. Up until that point, it had kind of been a prank. But when I got this postcard, right here, it gave me this epiphany. It reads, "The holes are from when my mom tried knocking down my door so she could continue beating me." This was a secret written down and mailed to me on a photograph of a broken bedroom door. And when I got it, I scanned it, I posted it on the web, and I wasn't ready for what happened next. That day, 1 million people visited the website. And I started getting other emails from other young people telling me their stories, sending me pictures of their broken bedroom doors, one after another, after another. As each one came in, I would put it on the web. Soon I had this column of over 12 pictures of broken bedroom doors. And the emails that came with these pictures would break your heart even more. I remember one I got from a girl. She wrote, "Dear Frank, seeing all these pictures of broken bedroom doors, it doesn't depress me, because all this time I thought I was the only one. And just knowing there are other people out there like me who share my secret, it doesn't make my secret go away, but it lets my burden feel just a little bit lighter." And then I got a picture of a broken bedroom door that reminded me that when I was young, I had one of these doors too. And for the first time, I really felt it. There are two kinds of secrets. There are the secrets that we keep from others, and the ones that we hide from ourselves. And when I recalled that story from my past, I wrote it on a postcard, I mailed it to myself, I talked to my wife about it, and every time I share it at events like this, I feel a little bit lighter too. I feel like going through the door. This is when I like to share. The resolution of the projectors here is pretty astounding, actually. We just went from PG to R. I wish all secrets could be fun secrets. Ha ha, hee hee. And then I always wonder who mailed this one in, sandals or socks. We'll never get to the bottom of that mystery. I have 11 secrets that I've never told to anyone. It's both my biggest fear and my greatest desire to find someone I trust enough to share all of them with. This is the second most common secret I get. The most common confession mailed to me is, "I pee in the shower." I get so many bathroom-related secrets. I got one recently that wedged itself in my mind, and I will wedge it in your minds too. You're welcome. Here it comes. Sometimes when I shower with my boyfriend, I pee on him and he has no idea. So I was talking with someone 10 minutes ago about the pee in the shower secret, and they told me that doesn't seem like much of a secret. And I think that's true. But I think it also illuminates this idea that maybe the secrets that we carry inside of us, that we imagine to be so humongous and big and traumatic, maybe they're not as big as we feel they are to other people. Maybe it's okay to let them go. Maybe it's okay to let our friends in. When I say this one is the second most common secret I get, I don't mean this exact secret, but the idea behind it. The idea that so many of us are someplace on that journey trying to find that one person who we can be our full and true and whole selves with. Secrets are the currency of intimacy. I found your camera at Lollapalooza this summer. I finally got the pictures developed and I'd love to give them to you. I got this secret in 2006, and last year, 2017, we finally got all of her pictures back to her. She got to see her friends, but that's not the story I want to tell you. The story I want to tell you has to do with a student named Maddie, who was so inspired by this postcard that he started his own website. He created a website called I Found Your Camera. And Maddie invited strangers from around the planet to mail him cameras that had been lost and found by a stranger, orphan memory sticks. And every week, Maddie would take photos from these cameras and post them up on the web. And people would visit from all over to try and help those families get back those photos they must be desperately searching for. This one's my favorite. So it sounds like a simple idea, right? And it is, but Maddie found this ingenious way to leverage the kindness of strangers in a way that makes a real difference in people's lives. The mother, in this photo, when she got all her pictures back, she sent Maddie an email saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. My son's birth was on that camera. He turns 4 next week. Every picture you see here and hundreds more got returned back to the people who lost them, sometimes crossing oceans, sometimes bridging language barriers. That Saturday when you wondered where I was, well, I was getting a ring. It's in my pocket right now. This was on the website on Valentine's Day a few years ago. It was the very bottom secret in a long column of romantic confessions. And the website hadn't been live for too long before I got an email from the guy who mailed me this postcard. And his email read, Frank, my knees are still shaking. I've got to tell you this story that just played out in my life. He said, for years, my girlfriend and I have got it together early Sunday mornings. We bring up Post Secret. I read some of the secrets out loud to her. She reads some out loud to me. It's really brought us closer together through the years. So when I saw that you had posted my surprise proposal to her at the bottom of the, on Valentine's, he said, I was beside myself. It was everything I could do not to give it away as we brought up the secrets and started reading them out loud as usual. But this time, it was taking her forever to get through each one, down to mine. But he said she finally did. She reached his confession and she read it out loud once, and she read it out loud again. And then she turned to him, and the first thing she said was, is that our cat? And when she turned, he was down on one knee. He popped the question. She said yes. It's a fairy tale ending. So I emailed him back. I said, listen, dude, you got to share something back with me so I can let everybody know the happy ending to your story. And he sent me this. When people I love leave voicemails on my phone, I always save them in case they die tomorrow, and I have no other way of hearing their voice ever again. When I posted this one on the web, that week, hundreds of people emailed me final voicemail messages they'd been saving on their cell phones from friends and family members who had died. They said that by preserving and sharing those final messages, it allowed them to keep the spirit of their loved ones alive. One young woman shared with me the last song she ever heard her grandmother sing to her. along with this email. Dear Frank, after my grandmother passed away, I saved a voicemail of her singing, "It's somebody's birthday today." It means a lot to me that she always called on my birthday to sing me this song. This particular recording is still sent out to every member of my family on their birthday.
First saved voice message.
Hello everyone, this is me. It's about 9:30 on Thursday. I just thought I'd call to let you know I'm doing good.
Audie, Granddaddy calling on Wednesday morning at almost 11 o'clock your time. Congratulations on being accepted. Grandmom and I are very enthusiastic and we're so pleased and proud of you. No need to call back, but we will be very...
I just want to tell you I love you so much. I miss you so much and you're my best friend in the world.
I just called to say I love you.
Your brother Kevin just calling to say hi.
Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I'm as glad as I can be.
Call me back, I love you with my heart. Somebody's birthday today. Somebody's birthday today. A candle by lighted on somebody's cake. And we're all invited for somebody's sake. You're 21 years old today. Have a real happy birthday. And I love you. I'm saying bye for now.
Always a lot of emotion in the room when I play those final recordings. But they remind us that someday we'll leave a final recording on somebody's phone. And they also remind us not to take those special relationships for granted with the people who are still in our lives. Who here tonight is still lucky enough to have at least one grandparent still alive? Yeah, I used to be able to raise my hand too until 2 years ago. But our cell phones are kind of magical. You know, you can capture a voice, a spirit, a joke. Before my grandmother passed away, using my smartphone, I recorded a 4-generation conversation between my grandmother, my mom, wife, and daughter. And other people have shared their phone-related secrets with me too. One girl said, I secretly saved the suicide prevention hotline number under speed dial names like Dennis and Art and Kristen and Dave. Another guy said, if my wife knew all the secrets on my phone, 2 marriages would be destroyed. Another time a girl said, she said, Frank, I still have the password to my ex-boyfriend's email account, and sometimes I read his emails, and they really piss me off. And then I got this other message from a guy who said, I know my ex-girlfriend still has my password. Sometimes I write emails just to piss her off. Those two might be related. Maybe my favorite phone-related secret, though, is shared at a Post-Secret Live event. I do a lot of speaking on college campuses across the country. And at one event, a student came to the microphone and she said, Frank, sometimes I walk across campus, and when I see somebody coming towards me I don't want to talk to, I pull out my phone, I pretend I'm having a conversation, I just walk right on by, and then she hurried back to her seat kind of shamefully. And I called her out. I said, don't feel no shame, no stigma. You might have felt like you were alone at that microphone, but nobody's alone with their secret. You keep a secret inside of you, it feels like this wall that separates you from others. But if we can find a way to let our secrets go, to let them out, we can instantly see that they were never walls. They were always meant to be bridges, connecting us with others, connecting us to our deepest, true self. And that night with that girl, I asked that audience, I'll ask you guys here tonight, who here tonight walking around has done that before, faked a conversation with their phone? Come on, let's just see the honest people here tonight. Yeah, and that's true with every secret we've seen, we've talked about, the secret in your heart. Nobody's alone with their secret. It's just this illusion. What else can I tell you about secrets and phones? Maybe the Post Secret app. We had this app where over 1 million secrets were created using people's cell phones, and we captured some of those. I think I included some of those here tonight. Yes. I recently got a job as a full-time babysitter. The parents don't know that I am their adopted daughter's birth mom. I didn't know either until I saw her baby picture was the one I sent them before they adopted her. What a reminder of the heroic and frail stories of humanity being played out in the lives of people all the time, in real time. Maybe the person sitting next to you right now. I was raped, and you know what? I'm going to be all right. When I say be careful, this plate is hot, what I mean is move your shit so I can put this plate down because it's fucking hot. Definitely a secret that needed to be told there. And what's happening with Post Secret today? This is a shot of the exhibit in San Diego. I'm also working with Soul Pancake on 12 videos of people confessing their secrets and their stories. There's always stuff happening with Post Secret. This year later on, I want to make it to Burning Man for the first time, so that's a personal goal I have, trying to find a camp that makes sense for an old guy. What else is happening? The play, Post Secret the Show, just finished a 23-city tour through the US and Canada. This is a secret that was in the show. If you guys can't read it, oh, you can see it over here. So, in Post Secret the Show, which is a play, we included secrets that have never been seen before, and whole different genres of secret. And this is a genre of secret I didn't even know existed. These are stories, secrets, flat-out lies, usually told by a parent, and I mean father, to a son or daughter that turn out to be just completely false. And there are hundreds of these stories. I saw one that said, my dad used to tell me that the same way that Santa Claus comes down the chimney for Christmas, the Easter Bunny comes up out of the toilet for Easter. My dad told me that we had to feed the garbage disposal monster or else he wouldn't be happy and he would eat the family at night. My mom told me that avocados were alligator eggs. My dad told me that in the front yard, underneath the weeds, sometimes there were little toys in the weed and the roots. And if I pulled out enough weeds, eventually a toy would pop out. Don't use any of these. I'm not giving ideas. My mom used to tell me that chocolate milk only came from brown cows. Anybody tonight hear that from a parent? I hope none of you heard this from a parent. My dad used to tell me that when the ice cream truck played music, it meant they'd run out of ice cream. I know. That's why I stay skinny. Well, I'd like to finish tonight where I started, and that was with Kathy. Kathy's back. Kathy is the MVP of Post Secret. I asked Kathy once early on in the project, before I even knew if she knew what she was delivering to my mailbox every day, if she had a favorite postcard or secret that she had put in my supersized mailbox. And she said she did. It was a postcard that read, I used to work at the post office, and we used to read everybody's postcards. Are you guys doing that? And we know she was. And I have a favorite secret too. Out of 1 million plus postcards and secrets and confessions, there's one that came to me on a $2 bill. And I make a copy of it and carry it with me all the time. It's an illusion that we've been listening to other people's secrets here tonight. We haven't. We've been hearing our stories. And now each one of us gets to leave here tonight and decide how those stories end. I think we all have secrets. And every day we make a choice about what to do with them, whether to box them up and bury them deep inside of us, or to take out our secrets and share them with the people we trust, like gifts. For me, this one's the most meaningful. It simply says, we're all part of something bigger, and we're all part of it together. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for celebrating Shine with us. And if you ever feel like there's nobody you can share your secret with, you can always put it on a postcard and mail it to me. Thank you. Good night.